welcome to Marvelous Action Figures, and I'm Paul, and we've had Hasbro Pulse Con 2023 today, so warm off the press, because it was a couple of hours ago now, so I've taken a bit of time to crystallise my thoughts on it, and then talk about some of the things we saw, and then maybe we'll have a bit of a conversation about what you thought of it as well. So today, for this episode, this video, I'm going to just focus on the Marvel Legends panel that we had, and I've got to say, I actually really enjoyed the panel because I love Dan and Ryan and Dwight. I think they really interact well together, and they get a lot of grief online, which they don't deserve themselves. You know, it's all Hasbro, it's not them. But I really enjoyed the panel from them, but I was very underwhelmed by what they revealed today, and I don't know whether that's just because of my ongoing on-off love with Marvel Legends. Sometimes they pull a beauty figure out the bag, and then others are just sort of disappointing, and we got a lot of that today as well, to be honest. So working through what we got, obviously they started with an update on the HasLab, as you would expect. It's creeping towards the 5,000 as of time of recording this. There's been no real movement in the last week at all, to be honest. It's very static. It sort of got to the 4,500 relatively quickly, and then it's gone a bit static. There's a little bit of a bump from the live stream tonight, I'd say, but not a significant amount. There's some excellent pictures again, and they had the awesome Shooting the Galaxy in, who's talking about the photography work he's done with it, and there was a lot of talk about the eyes. So they've actually changed some of the eye features to it, so you've got a lot more movement, articulation in the eyes. You can get a lot more sort of direction where Giant Man's going to be looking, and they've added some white antenna to the black ones that you had already. And I mean, I've got to say, I am really liking this figure. The more I see it, the more I actually love the look of it, and obviously you're going to get to see a lot more detail as it gets nearer to the potential backing of it. They did reveal that it's got the ratcheted joint articulation, much like the Galactus. That's going to make it really easy to stand and good. But effectively, I'm still of the mindset that it's a Hot Toys figure without the quality of Hot Toys figure, so it's still a pass for me. But I do really like the look of it. Then we got some of the we got some updates on reveals that we've had announced already. So we got Justice and Power Princess from the Squadron Supreme. So we'd seen those reveals already, so actually got some in-hand figures of those. You got a really sweet Vision. Again, we've seen that before, the comic accurate Vision. This looks great. I have got the original, so I might wait to see this in hand. I don't really need it, but it is a really good looking figure. And then we've got more. We actually got an in-hand look at Crystal, which I've got to say, I actually quite like this figure. I'm not too keen on it. I'm not too sure whether I'm gonna get it or not, but I really do quite like it. It's quite different. It's quite unique. So I quite like the look of that. This is then part of a wave that was revealed. So it's going to be the first wave of 2024. And then we've got a couple of other figures that I'm really not sure about. So we got a Savage Avenger Namor, the Submariner. I really can't make my mind up about this. I don't know. It's got pins. So it's a complete reuse of our old buck. I can't believe we've still got pins, especially on a figure that's got no top on it. It's all about the skin. That's the type of figure that you need to not have the pins on. So I'm not really sure about the design of it. There's a lot of reuse going on here. It didn't really give me any great vibes at all. Same with the Namorita figure that we saw afterwards. Not particular fan of this look and this style. So I'm not too worried. It does look like it's on a good buck though, with the double knees, and I think that's the double elbows there as well. It's hard to tell from the live stream, but I'm not particularly keen on that. I do quite like the look of this Black Panther. I do think the yellow is somewhat overbearing on the figure, though. Could have maybe been toned down, and maybe that's some of the kit basher could get involved with. But it's a decent figure. It's obviously got good, it's on the Vulcan buck, so it's going to be great for articulation. We haven't long had a Black Panther, but I do quite like the look of this one. But I'm potentially passing on this at this stage. And then this was announced as part of a wave that then brings us the Void Builder figure, and I don't know what to make of this. It just looks a mess to me. I mean, It's quite bold. That looks like the Venom legs, the recent Venom from Venom and Null 2-pack legs to me. It is all new sculpting on the tentacles, but they're non-articulated, as Dwight mentioned. And I don't really know. It's not really doing a lot for me. It just looks a bit of a mess. I was never particularly keen on this sort of look for the Void anyway, to be honest. So I think this whole wave is probably an easy pass, with the exception maybe the Vision and potentially the Crystal figure as well. We then moved into what, I mean, obviously we've seen a few leaks. I think people knew this was coming. So we've now got a No Way Home, Spider-Man No Way Home wave. And this is finishing off from some of the figures we didn't get last time around. This is a pretty good MJ figure, I must say. The Matt Murdock, again, decent as well. I'm not entirely in love with it. I love the brick that comes with it though. Not entirely in love with it, but they're solid enough. I don't like this Sandman figure at all. It doesn't really interest me in any way. I'm just not keen on the look of that. And then you've got what we all knew were coming. You've got the unmasked heads versions of Tobey Maguire Spider-Man and the Andrew Garfield one, and then of course this really cool Tom Holland one on the costume that he wore in the very final scene, the homemade costume. Going through an order, the Tobey Maguire one's okay, but I'm not really looking at that to get this one. I love this Andrew Garfield head sculpt. I think that's awesome, and that's a really cool costume. So that, I think, is going to be a purchase for me, and I'll definitely be getting the Tom Holland one because I love that costume. I've got the Hot Toys one on pre-order of that version as well. I love that one. The posing on this one looks great, and the body looks great. So I think that is a really good figure. So that's a definite get from me, and I'll probably pop the hell over with a comic accurate Peter Parker we've had for some other figures. These are blister packs, which is good. It means the price should be reasonable. It does look like there's a fair few accessories with the Tom Holland one, so that's quite good. So I was relatively interested in that. There's been some leaks online already. Then you've got the Green Goblin, Norman Osborn version. There's been some leaks online of that already, but you had a really good look at it. I wasn't particularly keen on this look, if I'm honest. Although I did think the costume looked pretty good. The actual original one in that first scene when it appeared in the movie looked way better than it did in the original one. But I'm not too keen on that look whatsoever. The glider looks excellent though. Really good tech detail on the glider. It looks like it's going to be a deluxe figure, so I'm imagining you're talking your £55 for that probably. The Dr. Octopus, the bendy tentacles look great. I mean, they'd be the sort of thing I'd love to sort of switch them over and put them on the comic accurate Doc Ock, but I'm not overly keen on this figure itself, so that's an easy pass for me. That's that wave. And then what they did, they showed us earlier in the at the start of the live stream, there was going to be a fan vote for a particular reveal in this live stream. So there was 3 options. So you had a Marvel Legends character that had previously only been released as an alternate head. Then you had, and that could potentially be the Wobbly Rays Ghost Rider. Then you had the Marvel Legends characters previously released in the convention exclusive, so an updated version, or you had a first-time Marvel Legends character. So there was a fan vote throughout the live stream. I mean, I always think it's pretty obvious that you're going to get the first-time Marvel Legends character to win that vote, which it did. And that reveal from the October Guard was Red Widow, and looks okay. Doesn't interest me. It's a good female buck potentially, and it could end up being a bit of a kit bash for female ninja or similar on those lines, but didn't particularly interest me. So not something I particularly intend to dive into. So that's really what we got from the Marvel Legends team today. Like I say, I enjoyed listening to them. I love the t-shirts they got at the end there, which is very much reflective of them and their individual styles of Marvel Legends. I did enjoy watching the stream, but I did go into it maybe not expecting to get a lot of reveals, or certainly be ordering a lot out of it. So most of my money is safe for the Marvel Legends on this one, so there's probably not a lot there I shall be interested in. But what are you interested in? Do let me know what caught your eye, anything you're particularly after, anything you're not fussed about. Drop it down in the comments, let me know. And of course, like and subscribe would be excellent if you could do that. It would be fantastic. Thank you very much. And if you are already, then even more, thank you very much. That's genuinely appreciated by me. I'm going to be talking about G.I. Joe reveals at Pulse Con in my next video, and that's going to be up very soon if you're watching this one. So if you are, thanks very much. See you next time. Bye for now.